Okay, so in one of the videos I mentioned how you can keep yourself from screwing things up too much inside your virtual machine. What you can do within any virtual manager, and Oracle VirtualBox is no different, is create snapshots. One of the reasons that virtual computers or virtualization is used in the networking and server environment is because it's very easy to take these snapshots. And snapshots are a real quick way of saving the state of a machine, of knowing this is what was happening at that time, so that if you updated it and it messed it up, you can revert it back to a previous snapshot. And so I want to show you how to do that, and I'll add this to the preliminary material so you'll know how. So right here you've got these little options, and if you click them you can get to details, which is what we're on, snapshots and logs. You can also go to machine, and there's all sorts of stuff. You can clone this, you can export it, you can do tons of stuff with this. You can basically, when you clone it, you can just create a whole copy of it. If you got the disk space, then you have a whole separate copy. You don't have to like reinstall it again. In any case, a lot of this you can see is grayed out, and the reason it's grayed out is because it's currently running over here. So I've got that up and running, but beyond having it up and running, there's also something else going on, and that is if I actually wanted to have my snapshot take place, well, I shouldn't say that. The snapshot you can actually do anytime, but if I wanted to clone it or anything else, I'd need to totally shut the system down. So I'd need to totally leave this, shut it all down, and then once I've shut it down, then I could do all these things that are on this menu that are grayed out. So we're just going to actually do a snapshot. So I'll go to that, and again you can get to that from here. You can go to snapshots or details or whatever, and I've made a snapshot. That's the after install, and then current state, and right now after install is what's running. Right, so see that little play sign on it. So I can add another snapshot to this and call it whatever I want, and you can have all these different machine states actually running. So this can be snapshot 2, and you could give it some kind of description, and you'll notice that it'll add that down below the current state. And if you do this to begin with, right, then you have this fully working, nothing's wrong with it system, and you can create a snapshot, and I usually call it after install. And then you can go ahead and start, doing whatever you want. And if things really get fouled up, all you got to do is just come back and say, I want that one. And you'll load that up and you're ready to go. So that's how you do snapshots. If you want to go back to details, you can see details. But that can really save your bacon later on. Just, but that's, if you don't plan on keeping this, then it doesn't really matter.